Good evening and welcome to the 7 o'clock English news from the Sultan of Oman Television. First, the headlines. His Majesty Sultan Ahmed bin Tariq sends cable condolences to the custodian of the two holy mosques and sends cable greetings to Her Excellency the President of Georgia. The International Conference on the Role of Oil Prices and the Future of the Economy in the Gulf Cooperation Council countries reviews challenges in the fluctuation of oil prices. And the Ministry of Health announces 10 deaths, 817 new COVID-19 cases, and 285 recoveries. Those were the headlines, and now the news in detail. His Majesty Sultan Ahmed bin Tariq sent cable condolences to the custodian of the two holy mosques, King Salman bin Abdulaziz Al Saud of Saudi Arabia, on the death of Her Royal Highness Princess Al Jawhara bint Mohammed bin Abdulaziz bin Abdurrahman Al Saud. His Majesty Sultan sent cable of greetings to Her Excellency President Salome Zurabichvili of Georgia on the occasion of her country's National Day. The International Conference on the Role of Oil Prices and the Future of the Economy in the Gulf Cooperation Council countries is organized by Mazoon College in Muscat. More details in the following report.
The International Conference on the Role of Oil Prices in the Future of the Economy in the Gulf Cooperation Council states in Muscat examines the relationship between energy and development, a comprehensive note on causation, correlation and convergence in the various dimensions of the links between energy, the economy and environment, which explores the future scope of renewable energy development, which is an engine for economic growth in the Sultanate.
Oil is an exhaustible resources and it's running out, and our economies in the region is going to be affected by this phenomenon, and we should be able to diversify the GCC economies towards more renewable sources so as the prosperity of our nations remain intact.
The international conference is organized by Mazoon College and with the participation of a group of local and international academics who discussed issues of global oil prices and the Middle East economy, the next generation of nuclear energy in the Middle East region, corporate social responsibility, oil, environment and green energy, and developments in the energy hybridization for a flexible supply, and the impact of renewable and non-renewable energy on the environment. The International Conference on the Role of Oil Prices in the Future of the Economy also reviewed a number of research papers on the impact of oil prices on the overall economic performance of the Sultanate and the energy economies of the Gulf Cooperation Council countries, and the importance of removing sulfur from hydrocarbon mixtures in the petroleum industry. Abdullah bin Ahmed Al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
The Ministry of Education concluded the virtual seminar on the impacts of and solutions of learning loss among school students. More details in the following report.
Corona pandemic has impacted all aspects of life, including education. Hence, within its efforts to address students' learning loss during online learning, the Ministry of Education organized a virtual seminar to discuss the consequences of learning loss among school students and the possible solutions to this issue.
Educational system, actually there is a loss of the educational amount through this pandemic, and actually the Ministry of Education trying to meet the main aims of the educational learning here in Oman by doing such event to discuss or to find out exactly the main requirement for this, stage of learning, to find out also found out the amount of educational loss.
Over a period of 2 days, a number of experts from the UNICEF, the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development, and the International Association for the Evaluation of Educational Achievement took part in the symposium. In addition to 700 participants, including teachers, administrators, supervisors, social workers, students and their parents, and relevant stakeholders.
This is coming by invite all stakeholders nationally and internationally to have some experience from outside of Oman, from general organizations which interest in educational systems globally, and also from the Ministry of Education, from schools, from all sectors that interest in this area, in order to build plans for the next year, taking account this loss to improve student learning in the next year and to make some of substitutions for this loss.
The virtual event included 4 working papers and 6 concurrent sessions that reviewed local and international experiences and initiatives in related areas, including assessing students' motivation and the psychological impacts of learning loss among students.
The strategic solutions recommended at this national symposium do not only compensate for the learning loss among school students during COVID-19 pandemic, but will also enable the learners to receive a quality education that builds their capacities in line with Oman Vision 2040. From the Ministry of Education, Salih Bakhalfan Al-Rahbi, Muscat.
The Telecommunications Regulatory Authority (TRA) signed 2 memorandum of understanding with Cisco Oman and Yemen Company, as well as with Amana Company. The MOU with Cisco Oman and Yemen Company focuses on national capacity building for small and medium enterprises in the field of application and modern technology development and programming by accessing Cisco DevNet portal. The portal offers IT developers and programmers the necessary help in writing codes and work with Cisco APIs. The portal provides also learning modules for coders and network engineers at different levels. The MOU with the Amana Company aims at providing job opportunities for families under Social Security umbrella in the field of smartphone business, which includes the sale and maintenance of small phones and accessories. The second memorandum targets self-employed individuals by providing them with necessary know-how and access to tutorials and seminars. The Ministry of Health announced 10 deaths, 817 new COVID cases, and 285 recoveries. The ministry also announced that the total number of COVID-19 cases registered in the Sultanate reached 212,038, while the total number of deaths reached 2,284. The total recovered cases reached 195,720. The minister indicated that the total number of inpatients reached 709, of which 243 are in intensive care units. Oman oil price July 2021 delivery reached $66.54 per barrel. According to Dubai Mercantile Exchange, Oman oil price rose by 11 cents. The average price of the Oman oil May 2021 delivery reached $64.43 per barrel, thus $3.58 higher than the April 2021 delivery. The Oman Post and Asiad Express signed a partnership agreement with Oman National Engineering and Investment Company to promote the status of Oman as a trade and logistics center. The partnership will offer a package of logistics and postal services and solutions to a wide range of users through over 90 outlets which cover all areas of Oman. This agreement expands the logistic postal retail options for the growing pool of clients. The package includes shipment and delivery services, e-commerce solutions, and the latest postal services. Rapid application of drone technology in identifying appropriate sites to start mining operations and calculating quantities in quarrying operations using PICS 4D mapper system is being applied by Duqm, a quarries company. More details in the following report.
In an effort to use the best technologies and modern methods, the Duqm Quarries Company, one of the subsidiaries of the Oman Investment Authority, announced the application of a drone technology in identifying appropriate sites to start mining operations and calculating quantities in quarrying operations using the PICS 4D mapper system, where the use of this system contributes to the accuracy of determining the quantities of minerals or landfills available at the mining and quarrying sites, in addition to providing accurate readings of the quantities exploited at these sites.
The purpose behind implementing techniques such as the PICS 4D mapper is to provide better and more accurate quantity measurements and rapid surveys of concession areas.
Duqm Quarries Company is one of the first Omani companies operating in the mining sector to use new technology, and a qualified Omani cadre work on it, through which the company seeks to reach the best modern practices in mining activities in a way that serves efforts, time and money. Abdullah bin Ahmed al-Rubi'i, Sultanate of Oman Television, Muscat.
Egypt's chief diplomat met today with his Qatari counterpart in Cairo as ties between the two nations improve gradually after Egypt and three Gulf countries ended their dispute with energy-rich Qatar. Foreign Minister Sameh Shukri received Qatari Foreign Minister Mohammed bin Abdulrahman Al Thani in Cairo. They discussed Egyptian Qatari ties and regional and international topics. Al Thani arrived in Cairo yesterday from a visit to Khartoum, where he met with Sudanese officials. He also traveled to Libya earlier this week. Egypt and Qatar have been backing opposing sides in Libya. In January, Egypt, Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates and Bahrain ended their disputes with Qatar, which started in 2017 and included the four countries serving their diplomatic ties and economic ties with Qatar. Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov said today that Moscow welcomed the proposal by US President Joe Biden to hold a bilateral summit soon. The White House and the Kremlin are working to arrange a summit next month between Biden and Russian President Vladimir Putin in Switzerland. Lavrov said during a news conference with his Maltese counterpart, Boris Bartolo, in the southern Russian city of Sochi, that if efforts from both sides take place, they can count on relieving a certain tension. It will not be fast or easy. The Americans and Russians are eyeing June 15th, 16th for the summit. The Biden administration's first called for the summit last month after Russia engaged in a series of confrontational actions. This is the Sultan of Oman Television. Before tonight's bulletin, here are the main points once again. His Majesty Sultan Haitham bin Tariq sends cable of condolences to the custodian of the two holy mosques and sends cable of greetings to Her Excellency the President of Georgia. International Conference on the role of oil prices and the future of the economy in the Gulf Cooperation Council countries reviews challenges in fluctuation of oil prices. And the Ministry of Health announces 10 deaths, 817 new COVID-19 cases, and 285 recoveries. And that's all the news from all of us here in the newsroom and the studios. Thanks for watching. Good night.